What's going on, everybody? My name is MT, and I have come to terms with the fact that I am not well. This Guardians of the Galaxy Easter egg hunt has caused me to see things that are not there. But though I am completely out of my mind these days, y'all can't sit here and tell me that this mother-freaking thing right here does not look at least a little bit familiar. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen. Ugh, who am I kidding? There are no ladies here. I'm a weird-looking bald guy with a YouTube channel about comic books. There's probably like 5 ladies here, max. Oh yes, 5 lady and gentlemen, the orb from Guardians of the Galaxy, the MacGuffin McMuffin itself, has appeared in the Marvel Comics in the past as a little something called the K'ai Worldmind from the microversal planet of K'ai. And do not worry, if you are frightened by the particular sequence of nerd words that just came out of my mouth, don't be. It just means that you're not a loser, like me. But fear not, I will explain poorly. It's kind of what I do around here. Okay, so the reason why this Easter egg is such a big deal is that not only is it an Incredible Hulk Easter egg, which it is by the way, but it is also an Easter egg for a little thing called the Microverse, which is a concept that everybody was kind of formally introduced to in Ant-Man, when Paul Rudd turned into a teeny man, like a really teeny man, like you couldn't even see him, anymore. It was just... The Microverse is essentially an entire universe that exists on a super small, subatomic level within the Marvel Universe. Like, it's literally an entire universe that you can't see that's filled with its own people, places, planets, pickles, pornography, the whole shebang. Like, they even have their own Guardians of the Galaxy type team, basically, who call themselves the Micronauts, with Commander Arcturus Ran as their fearless cosmic-powered leader. And they ride around in a spaceship that looks like this, and are from the microscopic planet of Homeworld that looks like this. But anyways, one day, this one-eyed piece of shit alien named Cyclops shrank the Incredible Hulk down so small that he managed to fall into the Microverse and onto the super green planet of K'ai. And K'ai is a really small planet in the Microverse. And as soon as the Hulk landed on that planet, he just immediately started punching all the wild pigs in the neighborhood, man. Just started wailing on them like, pow, pig, pow, pig, pow. Just punching all the pigs. Peter was not happy. But little did the Hulk know that those pigs were evil pigs. And when the people of K'ai saw this, they were like, what the hell? This guy's awesome. He killed all the evil pigs of the neighborhood. And now we're gonna have bacon forever. Hooray! And then the Empress of K'ai was like, yeah, so strong. I've always wanted to marry a strong, intelligent green man. Hulk want to punch more piggies. I've always wanted to marry a strong green man. And so Jarella, the Empress of K'ai and the hottest girl in the land, did marry him. And the Hulk became King Hulk, the regal puncher of pigs. And everybody loved him. He was like the best king. Like one time, when his planet was dying, the Hulk stole an Infinity Stone and threw it inside of the planet so that plants could start growing again and stuff. What a guy. I bet your boyfriend wouldn't do that for you. I mean, I don't mean to talk shit about your boyfriend, but he ain't nothing. He ain't nothing. My nose is flaring. And everything was great and everything was cool until Cyclops came in and grabbed the Hulk and brought him back to the regular universe because the Hulk can't be happy because a happy Hulk doesn't sell comic books, unfortunately. But anyways, let's fast forward a couple of years after all of that. You know, the Hulk punches a bunch of bad guys with his best friends, but then his best friends betray him and shoot him into space because of apparently unchecked anger management issues or something like that. I don't know where that's coming from. Bruce Banner's like the calmest dude I know. And then he lands on Sakaar, Planet Hulk happens, and then he ends up finding another hot alien lady and somehow managed to knock her up without killing her with his big green genitalia. Though I can't imagine that she probably walked around with a very noticeable limp for a couple of days because you don't walk away from that. You don't just like walk that off. You limp that off, most likely. And then she had 2 kids named Scar and Hiro-Kala, who kind of both grew up to be assholes who hated their dad, who kind of just didn't know they existed at all because he thought they died when his pregnant wife got blown up in a nuclear explosion. You know, stuff happens like that. I mean, Scar kind of ended up reforming and befriending his dad, and they, you know, threw footballs together on the beach like good old son and father bonding. But Hiro-Kala kind of just really wanted just to kill everybody Basically, it's a long story. I'm kind of really condensing things here, but yeah, Hiro-Kala was not a good son. I mean, that's not entirely Hiro-Kala's goal, but for the sake of brevity, let's just say that he just wants to kill everybody. And so, during Hiro-Kala's quest, he was accidentally teleported to the Microverse, onto the planet K'ai, where we saw a bunch of statues of his dad and stuff, because his dad used to be king there. And so he decided, hey, do you know what would be really fun? Let's just move K'ai from the Microverse into the Macroverse through a crack in the universe called the Fault, and then, and hear me out here, let's just toss the whole planet at Earth so I can kill my dad and everything that he loves. Because why not? It'll be fun, it'll be really cool. It'd be like just like going to Dave & Buster's. And so, to do this, Hiro-Kala decides to dive inside of the planet and makes contact with the life force of the planet itself, known as the K'ai Worldmind, who makes a deal with Hiro to give him the power that he said he needed. However, when the K'ai Worldmind found out that having K'ai touch butts with Earth was on Hiro's shitty to-do list, the Worldmind got really pissed and swallowed Hiro up into the planet and said, fuck you, have a nice day, I will not be doing business with you any longer. Again, everything is a lot more complicated than I'm making it out to be, but that's all you really need to know for this video specifically. Now, that all being said, hold on to your butts, everybody. The planet that the Celestial destroys in the Collector's projection was formerly the green planet of the Microverse known as K'ai. That, of course, housed the K'ai Worldmind, which the orb is pretty damn clearly modeled after. Which would explain why the Collector flashes this diagram as he's explaining the Infinity Stones and the origins of the MCU, because this diagram is actually Homeworld of the Microverse. But anyways, back to this imagery of K'ai. I think that if this is K'ai, then this gray-looking person that looks like he is inside of this planet could be the son of the Incredible Hulk himself, Hiro-Kala. And yes, I know that sounds really stupid because as far as we know, the MCU Hulk does not have a kid, so I don't know how that would work out exactly. But if you live in a universe where both mystically and scientifically based time travel and interdimensional travel is a thing, then literally anything is possible. Like, I really do think that this could be Hiro-Kala. I really do. But anyways, yeah, if this orb is modeled after the K'ai Worldmind and it was found on Morag, then chances are K'ai has become Morag over the course of several millennia. And if that's the case, Kai's not looking too good these days. And look, I hate to bring up Peter's dream hallucination thing for the zillionth time, but I think what we are actually seeing in this sequence is the interdimensional rift in the Marvel Universe called the Fault. You know, the crack that Hiro-Kala used to move K'ai from the Microverse into the normal Marvel Universe, known as the Macroverse. Like, you can even see a trail leading away from the singularity, and I think that this burning planet behind Peter could be K'ai as well, because K'ai suffered similar effects after being pulled away from the Microverse. Like, a lot of lava just started spewing up and things started catching on fire and all the tectonic plates started moving around and earthquakes and all this shit. I'm saying a bunch of words. Also, if you hear that noise, that's the shower going because my neighbor just hopped into the shower. So, sorry for that background noise, but there ain't nothing I can do about it. I can kill my neighbor. Just kidding, I wouldn't do that. And also, to add a little bit more credence to this, in the comics, Hiro-Kala has described the interdimensional doorway that is the Fault as an infinite array of choices, like jewels strewn across the infinite, spilled treasure from a careless god. Jewels. And in Peter's vision, if you look with your eyeballs, you can literally see jewels spread across outer space. Like, come on, guys. Come on, guys. And also, Hulk did throw an Infinity Stone into K'ai that one time, so maybe the Celestial was looking for it. I don't know. Just throwing ideas out there. I mean, this is Essen the Searcher, after all. Essen the Searcher's job is to search for stuff. And hell, since K'ai came from the Microverse, who knows? Maybe the whole planet is actually an Infinity Stone with layers, like the Mind Stone was in Age of Ultron. But anyways, that's pretty much it. But now that I think about it, remember my video about how the orb is designed to look like a brain? Well, if this is the K'ai Worldmind, that would make a lot of sense because it is a mind and the mind is in the brain. At least we think it is. It could be in the elbow, but you know. Science. But before I go, here are some bonus Microverse Easter eggs that I think I may have found, possibly. I think that the Nowhere Dispatcher could be talking to Commander Arcturus Ran of the Micronauts and conducting some type of business transaction with him through the use of Ran's Enigma Force, and possibly in his time traveler persona. but, you know, I don't really have the proof for that. Or, more likely, the Nora Dispatcher is talking to the Micronauts villain, Computrex, a living computer who can turn himself into photonic energy. Also, this little orb in this case could be the size-shifting Micronauts spaceship, the HMS Endeavor III. And this guy in the red jumpsuit could either be Cyclops, you know, the jerk that shrunk the Incredible Hulk, or Huntar, a former member of the Micronauts team. Okay, I'm done. I have more to say about this, but I'm done. Tweet this video at James Gunn on Twitter if you want, but if you don't want to, don't worry about it. I would really appreciate it if you did, though. That would help me out so much. But regardless, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, do it, or just leave a thumbs up, or share this video. That also makes me happy on the inside. And after you do that thing, hit that ding so you can get notifications whenever I upload a video. My name is MT, and I am heading to Boston Comic Con on Saturday, so if you see me, come say hi, or wave, or something. But if I don't notice you waving, don't be offended. I'm probably just really deep in thought about this shit, because it's all I think about. It's all I think about. When Paul Rudd turned into a teeny man, a really teeny man. I said Paul Rudd. Keep that in your brains for later. Your microscopic teeny brain. You probably walked around with a very noticeable limp for a couple of days, because you don't walk away from that. You don't just like walk that off. You limp that off, most likely. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I have not engaged in any type of sexual activity with the Green Monster. I am not that much of a Red Sox fan. Also, Bruce Banner's first name is Robert. Did you guys know that? His name is Robert Bruce Banner. He's fucking Incredible Bob.